Hey, it's January 16th, about 11 a.m. on Sunday morning, I think. And hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in once more, especially those of you who transferred over from my Twitter. I really appreciate that. I now realize that constantly updated software that tells you where I am every 5 minutes isn't the best thing for a villain to have. Especially since, apparently now, Captain Justice has a cell phone. But anyway, so thank you all for watching my new vlog. That's video, blog, or vlog. And today I'm going to be documenting a bit more of my research into ESP and psychology because I decided that for my application for the Evil League of Evil, just electronics aren't the way to go. Freeze rays and all are just so 2008. But, new future, every new villain today is using mind powers and things like that, so I just want to get in on this wave. And we'll see how that goes. My advisor for my ELE application says I should just start checking out basic information and see what's available. So that's what I'm going to do today, and you guys get to come along for the ride. So what is ESP anyways? ESP, also known as extrasensory perception, is the belief that you can acquire information or manipulate objects by means independent of your 5 senses. ESP can be broken down into multiple subcategories such as telepathy, precognition, and psychokinesis. Telepathy is mind-to-mind communication, being able to receive the thoughts of another person. Precognition is the ability to know things that are going to happen before they happen, like knowing the phone is going to ring right before it does. And psychokinesis is the claim of being able to physically move objects without touching them. ESP is studied in the psychology subfield of parapsychology, the same field that investigates other paranormal matters such as ghosts. To learn more about ESP, I visited with Professor Opsumwich of Grant High School. Well, Doctor, I came in to see you today. You said that ESP has a lot to do with psychology, but I'm not sure I believe you. So, want to give us some help with that?
My dear child, you have no idea. The basic connection between mind and body is what ESP and psychology have in common. Now come, there are many things
Dr. Opsumwich showed me some top-secret footage of what appeared to be a psychokinetic displaying her ESP abilities.
Hi, I'm Jezebel. Me and my brother here have really unique talents. We are both part of the kinesis family. My power is telekinesis. I can move, manipulate, and bend anything with my mind. And I mean anything, and it's really awesome, especially when my brother, Alex, he's always getting in my way, and he can blow fire at me, but then I can manipulate toys and hit him in the head. But you want to see what it looks like? It looks like this. Pretty sweet, huh? Yeah, I know.
Want to cut? Okay. So, Doctor, I've been seeing some crazy stuff here today, but what I want to know is how do I get started with this ESP stuff? I want to blow things up. Do I just start by trying to make things explode, or start bending spoons, or log into the Matrix, or what do I do? Come on.
Well, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
So it's not just like in the movies where I can just, suddenly something just happens and all of a sudden I can lift cars with my brain, or manipulate metal, or...
Well, we don't really know how ESP works. But, it's real, but I don't think that would probably be very successful.
So much for my plans, then. Well, thank you for your time, Doctor. I'll be sure to look into this on my own. I learned some interesting things about ESP from Opsumwich, but I decided that if I wanted to learn more, I'd have to do some research on my own. One of the best-known prophets of all time went by the name of Nostradamus. Also known as Michael de Nostradame, he was a French physician who lived in the 1500s who founded his predictions in astronomy. However, he openly admitted that none of his cures honestly helped his patients and, in a famous slip-up, stated that his prophecies could only be deciphered after the event had occurred. Since retroactive predictions of the future are rarely helpful, this throws some considerable doubt on his worth as a prophet. However, people still compare his predictions to modern-day events. It has even been hypothesized that Nostradamus predicted the 2004 election. As much as his 1555th prediction may have sounded like the election of President George Bush in 2004, this is merely a coincidence. I decided to research the government's involvement in ESP as well. I think it's been an urban legend for a long time that the government is using psychics to spy on other countries, but I never believed it, so I thought this might be a good chance to investigate. And I looked it up, and I found an article from the Associated Press from 1995 saying there was, in fact, such an organization called Stargate, believe it or not, but it just didn't accomplish anything. They tried, and they failed to learn anything about the country they were spying on. However, the technique they have used, called remote viewing,
This is John Alexander, a former Green Beret and advocate for the government's now defunct
remote viewers could visualize the object and then tell the
government where
that the
to
remote
look.
viewing program had a lot of potential and the government should not have disbanded it. Remote viewing, he argues, is practical for the government, and one can see why he thinks this way. Imagine that a government wanted to find an object within another country. I'm really starting to think they shouldn't even be studying paranormal psychology. I mean, after a day of watching grainy footage in chemistry labs and trolling the internet for any mention of ESP, I'm just starting to realize it's not worth it. Because psychology is a study of the mind, which I think is very important for villainy. You gotta know what people are thinking. But paranormal psychology just has nothing to do with the mind whatsoever. It's just the study of phenomena, which, sure, apparently has some superficial resemblance to studying the mind, especially with telekinesis, but it's not the same. It's not the same process whatsoever, and I don't think it's gonna be beneficial to me, you know, because studying if it's possible to move things with your brain is far different than studying the effects of drug or alcohol in your brain or hypnosis or anything worthwhile. So I think I'm just going to avoid this from now on, just go back to square one, you know. Obviously my advisor didn't know anything she was talking about. So, yeah, basically, I'm just going to go on without psychology to get things started. Okay, great. So, yeah, that's how things are going to be going down from now. No more psychology, just straight up like that. And I shall see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in once more. Bye.